Hey everyone, okay, so this video is for you ladies out there who feel hungry all the time. Like legitimately feel hungry all the time. And I want to tell you something. It is not your fault. You legitimately are feeling hungry. Um, I don't know, like it's a hard one. Because I've been through it, and you sit there and you kind of wonder if you're nuts. You sit there and you go, why do not I have control over this shit? Why can I not stop eating after this meal? I just had the meal. Why am I hungry? Why am I obsessing about the next meal? Oh my God, why do I feel like my, sugar feels like low, but I just had a meal? Um, what the heck? And it seems like there's this um, you can't fill the bucket in a sense. You can't fill yourself for some reason, and you just feel this kind of, I don't know, emptiness when it comes to eating. So I've just described some things that I've gone through. You may not relate to them, or you may, but I just wanted to do this video to indicate to those of you who have go through this is that it's not your fault, and I'll explain. You're not sitting there going, I, this is the amount of food that I want to eat, or this is, a craving that I want to have right now, or I want to feel hungry all the time. Who wants that? The real reality here is that your ghrelin hormone, which is your hunger hormone, is actually malfunctioning. And thank goodness for science for validating that information, because a lot of times society, or actually every time society, blames you. Well, why are you eating so much? Like, you can't be that hungry. What does this mean? When we eat, what does it mean? And I know this whole thing with emotional eating is there too, and I'm not knocking it. I thought for the longest time I had an emotional eating issue until I until I changed my diet and started for the first time in my life feeling like I don't want anything else. I'm actually feeling damn full. So that was the crux for me in realizing that I am not built, and I was never built to feel this all the time. I thought it was so normal. And I'll explain that too. What ironically is really weird with my situation is I think I had a ghrelin issue response prior to my diagnosis. I used to eat, I remember this, I used to eat like to the point where I was so full, where my stomach was hurting, where I always wanted to vomit. But it's weird because you can do all that, and if you have a good body, like in the sense of society standard good body, quote unquote, I hate using the term, but like fit, I was pretty fit. No one questioned, and I didn't question it either. I'm like, whatever, like I'm fit and I'm doing good. Until finally, boom, PCOS really hit, and the ghrelin got worse. The responses got worse, and the leptin, that's another hormone that also a satiating hormone, but it also leptin becomes resistant once you've overburdened it too much. And I'm going to be linking all this information so you can read on it. But ghrelin specifically has been identified as an issue and a culprit for PCOS women. So if you're feeling hungry, you are hungry legitimately in terms of what your brain is being signaled. In terms of is your body actually hungry? Does it actually need that much calories? No. And that disconnect is a reason why too people end up gaining weight and messing up their insulin and leptin and all that stuff. So it is an ugly mess. And the question here is, the only way to work out this ugly mess is, first of all, identifying and recognizing, okay, my body's saying I'm hungry, but I'm not. Recognizing that. And then reducing the calories, working out a diet plan or ways of eating that works for you, for your system, for your body. For me, immediately, as soon as I went low carb, the satiation began. As soon as I actually started eating, I know this is controversial, but non-vegan, the satiation began. So I felt, much better. Of course, reduction of sugars, processed food, going gluten-free, all this stuff was a step-by-step process. Mind you, when I was still eating gluten free, because there was a lot of like processed pieces to it, like, you know, gluten free pizza, all that stuff, there was still not that perfect ghrelin control. It's now there. So you know, I don't need to continue eating and continue eating and eating and eating. So that being said, it's possible to reverse it or kind of work with it, but I just wanted to share this because I know some of you are probably lying there feeling so crappy, feeling like you've lost control of everything in your life to the point where you can't even control like this putting the fork down or the spoon down, um, because you're just feeling hungry. And I just want to say you are not alone in this. You legitimately are being signaled in your brain that you're hungry. So just know you have this actual challenge. It can be worked out, but be forgiving and loving, you know, towards yourself, and recognize you're not to blame. I wish I knew that, because the amount of self-hatred that I was going through, because I felt like I couldn't, what's my problem? Like, what is my issue? Um, Drove me nuts. And I thought I just share this because I was doing some research, came across it, and again, whatever I come across, I immediately share. Okay, hope you're well. Any thoughts or comments, please let me know. And again, just lots of love, okay, to yourself and to everyone else around you. Okay, bye.